Hi guys, Ken Boyd with the Accounting Accidentally Substack page, and this article is called Bathroom Stall Movies and Airbnb's Earnings on Deposits. So I rushed into a rest area bathroom right off the highway because I was running late, and when I entered, I noticed the audio from a movie coming from one of the bathroom stalls. I knew it was a movie because I could hear the music and dialogue. At the same time, the movie fan in the stall watching the movie was having a loud conversation with the guy at the urinal in Spanish. So I found that confusing. Why did the movie? Why didn't he mute the movie so he could talk to his friend? I had other questions too, but my mind was on getting back on the highway. So the point here is that life's busy and full of distractions, and we make a lot of decisions without really thinking about the impact. And one company that's benefited from these customer decisions in a big way is Airbnb, which I'll get to in a minute. Here's a question I don't think about very often. How many subscriptions do I pay for on credit cards each month? Killing me softly, subscription expenses. USA reports that subscriptions are costing more than many consumers realize. The average monthly spending was $219, or more than 2.5 times what customers thought they were paying based on a 2022 survey. So it's killing family budgets. Well, who is it that we're paying? Food delivery companies, fitness memberships, and those pesky streaming service companies. And if I add up my list, 5 streaming services, gym memberships for my wife and I, Green Chef, which is prepared meal service like Blue Apron, and Instacart. We get Instacart every weekend. The problem is that the payments are tied to credit cards, and as a result, we probably don't think much about the expense because it gets automatically posted. And when was the last time you canceled one of these services? It's on my list of 2024 New Year's resolutions, which brings me to Airbnb. Where is that vacation deposit money? My wife and I are booking a trip to go to South Carolina and the beach next year. We'll probably book that over the next week, and here we are in mid-November as I record this. Somebody's going to get a deposit. I like Airbnb. I have several friends that make decent money renting vacation homes through the site. So here's a quote from their third quarter 23 earnings. Our adjusted net income increased primarily to revenue growth, expense discipline, and interest income. Interest income, that's interesting. Well, how much income did they make? Trading Economics found that Airbnb reported $192 million in interest income for the quarter ending September 23, third quarter. That compares to $58 million in the third quarter of 22, which makes sense. Interest rates have increased over the last 12 months. So how do they earn this interest? They earn it primarily on customer deposits. So here's some info from an Airbnb Help Center article. For reservations of 28 nights or more, you'll be charged the first month upon confirmation, just like the beach vacation I mentioned. After that, you'll be charged the remainder in monthly installments. And the Wall Street Journal says travel sites, and it includes Airbnb and Expedia in this article, typically collect money from guests the moment they book, but they only pass it on to hosts or hotels after the guest stay starts, which can be several months later. So you add that to fees and other charges, and you can see how Airbnb earns interest on huge balances. So what's the lesson here? 2 things. Airbnb is an example of a business that has multiple revenue sources, including some that are unexpected. I was very surprised to hear the interest number on the interest earnings. And second, take a look at those subscriptions you pay and whether or not you're getting your money's worth. So that's Airbnb and subscriptions. Remember that you can find other articles on accounting, finance, and business at accountingsubstack.com. Thanks.